Hi all, in this video lecture we will be discussing about how to find impulse response of a DT system using Z transform. In the question given h of Z, find the impulse response h of n for all possible ROCs. That is, in case of a left-sided signal, right-sided signal and a double-sided signal, we need to find the impulse response h of n. Let's consider a system with the input x of n and output y of n. Z transform of input xn is represented by capital X of Z, and that of y of n is capital Y of Z. We know that system function h of Z equals y of Z divided by x of Z, where hz is the system function, hn is the impulse response, which is the inverse Z transform. So here we need to find the inverse Z transform to get the impulse response. Hn is the impulse response. Let's write the system function of the given problem. h of z equals 1 by 4 z whole divided by z minus 1 by 2 whole into z minus 1 by 4. To find the inverse transform, the first step is we need to consider h of z by z. So we need to take the z from right hand side to left hand side. So we will get h of z by z equals 1 by 4 z minus 1 by 2 whole into z minus 1 by 4. Then we take partial fraction expansion of h of z by z. A by z minus 1 by 2 plus b by z minus 1 by 4. We need to find the values of a and b by any method. We will get a as 1 and b as minus 1. Then we substitute the value of a and b in h of z by z. h of z by z equals a substitute the value of a as 1. So it becomes 1 divided by z minus 1 by 2. B is minus 1. So minus 1 divided by z minus 1 by 4. We take the denominator z in the left hand side to right hand side to form the general form z by z minus a form. So h of z equals z by z minus 1 by 2 minus z by z minus 1 by 4, where a equal to 1 by 2 and in the second term a equals 1 by 4. We will get the general form as z by z minus a form. So first consider the case of a right sided signal. We poles of the given problem, equating the denominator, we get it as z is equal to 1 by 2 and z is equal to 1 by 4. Then we draw the z plane, mark the pole values as 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. We are now drawing the ROCs. For a right sided signal, mod z value should be greater than 1 by 2. For a right sided signal, mod z value, we will draw a circle passing through pole 1 by 4 and a circle passing through 1 by 2. In case of a right sided signal, ROC will be outside the outermost pole. By property of ROC, for a right sided signal, ROC will be outside the outermost pole. So it will be outside the 1 by 2 circle passing through pole 1 by 2. We know that for a right sided signal, the general expression is a raised to n u of n. For z by z minus a, we can directly written as a raised to n u of n. So by taking the inverse z transform of h of z, we will get it as h of n equals 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of n minus 1 by 4 whole raised to n u of n. That is, here h of z is equal to z by z minus 1 by 2 minus z by z minus 1 by 4. It is in the form of a standard equation z by z minus a. So directly comparing the equation, we get the expression for h of n for a right-sided signal. Let's consider the case of a left-sided signal. Here mod z value will be less than 1 by 4. Mod z less than 1 by 4. We will draw the ROC z plane, mark the pole values as 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Draw circle passing through pole values 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. We are marking the pole values. In case of a left-sided signal, ROC will be inside the innermost pole. By definition of ROC, for a left-sided signal, it is inside the innermost circle. We know that the general expression for inverse of a left-sided signal is minus b raised to n u of minus n minus 1. In case of left-sided signal, minus b raised to n u of minus n minus 1. We apply that formula to find the inverse of h of z for a left-sided signal. Let's consider our h of z. H of z equal to z by z minus 1 by 2 minus z by z minus 1 by 4. Here the first term b equals 1 by 2. So minus of b substituting value of 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of minus n minus 1. And for second term minus 2 by z by minus z by z minus 1 by 4 second term. So that minus and minus becomes plus. Since our general form is minus b raised to n u of minus 1, will get us plus 1 by 4 whole raised to n u of minus n minus 1. This is the impulse response of a left-sided signal. Then consider the case of a double-sided signal. Consider the case of a double-sided signal. Here the ROC will be between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. That is mod z less than 1 by 2 and mod z greater than 1 by 4. The first one is a left side condition for left-sided signal, and second is a condition for right-sided signal. Mod z greater than 1 by 4. Then we draw the ROC z plane, mark the pole values as 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Draw circle passing through pole value 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Pole value 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Marking circles passing through 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. By definition of double-sided signal, mod z greater than 1 less than 1 by 2 means it's inside the circle 1 by 2, and mod z greater than 1 by 4 means outside the 1 by 4 circle. So the intersection will be the ROCs. That is, ROC will be between 1 by 4 region and 1 by 2 region. This is the region of ROC in this case for a double-sided signal. We will write the impulse response h of n by considering one as left-sided signal and second as right-sided signal. Here z by here h of n equals minus of 1 by 2 whole raised to n u of minus n minus 1 minus 1 by 4 raised to n un. The first one is general expression for the left-sided signal, and second one is for the right-sided signal. A raised to n un and minus b raised to n u of minus n minus 1 respectively for left and right-sided signal. Thank you.